everybody, welcome to another episode of Spring Fever. As always, it's me, XFL Jim, joined by the one, the only. It is Uncle Rico. What's happening, Eric?
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I'm tweeting this link out, and I'm kind of like a little tight of this picture of you on the thumbnail, dude.
You
Like
like
the
it?
aggression. Are you okay, buddy?
Oh, it was. It's I'm a little peek behind the curtains for the people. It's
Yeah.
a reused thumbnail. Uh, it's a little. I was aggressive. If you remember that time during the CFL last year, this is right around the Halloween episode, Eric.
Okay.
I'll show you after the show what I'm talking about. But I did a little Halloween themed CFL like recap, and I think I
Okay.
used that. This is what this thumbnail's from. Before we get to the glorious CFL recap of the season that has been laid before us, we do have to announce presenting sponsor Royal Retros, promo code SpringFever for 10% off at checkout. Has done it, folks. They by it I mean they just continually stock the best items for all your favorite sports teams. Some that are no longer with us, R.I.P. in peace, and some that are yet to be. Just go to Royal Retros. They got some of the best merch out there, folks. And make sure when you do, you use promo code SpringFever, all one word, all caps, at checkout. Do it for me. Do it for Eric. Do it for the garage.
Good for the people.
Do it for the people. Eric, the CFL season, we are on the last week, and I am choosing this week to kind of like look back at the season as a whole. Because obviously the playoffs are all set. We'll just go ahead and tell you. We'll do the week recap. Game 1, Calgary 41, BC 16. Basically, if BC loses or Winnipeg won last week, Winnipeg gets the front spot. So Winnipeg owns the West. They dominate the West. And Calgary with a win, if they got a win and Saskatchewan loses, Calgary's in the playoffs. So shout out Calgary. This was utter domination. I don't know what BC was thinking. This is also BC at home in a game that they probably want to win so that they get home field advantage.
Yep.
I don't know what the situation with Vernon Adams is. But like they showed a little Dane Evans in there. They played him. I don't know. Shout out Calgary for this is the best they've looked all year though.
Yeah, they looked a lot better. Like a lot better.
So didn't look great. Didn't look great, Adams.
You're right. I don't know what's going on with Evans. And I really think, like, how can I word this politely? If he's not there, they have no chance in the playoffs.
Yeah, Vernon Adams isn't 100%. They're cooked. Some Facebook user is asking if we're talking about CFL.
Are you streaming it? Are you streaming on Facebook?
I stream on a couple Facebooks, Eric. Apparently. Yeah. Game number 2, Toronto Argonauts 29, Saskatchewan Roughriders 26. The Roughriders couldn't get it done. Everything on the line. Playoffs in sight, in reach. Couldn't do it. It was not meant to be.
Disappointing.
And honestly, Toronto still comes into the playoffs looking pretty hot. Pretty decent. Even though
trust them though?
I don't. So I feel like.
I mean, I kind of feel like they're just kind of here going through the motions.
They do feel that way a little bit, but honestly, I feel like if Vernon Adams is 100% for BC, I feel like any of the big three could take on each other.
Uh-huh.
That's kind of my thought. Like I think Toronto is a really great team. I think they're obviously in that upper echelon. But I've seen some people say they're like buying away the number 1 team. I think it's way closer than a lot of people think. I think Winnipeg is right there.
If you had $100 and like not even like thinking about it, if you had 100 bones and you had to just pick one team to win it, not thinking of odds, just thinking, Jim, this is $100. Pick who's going to win. Let's say the garage depended on it.
I'm picking Winnipeg.
Okay.
I'm picking Winnipeg every time. It's the fact that like it's the recent history, it's the been there, it's the know-how, and it's a trust thing.
Yeah.
I'd probably put it on Winnipeg.
Okay. I respect that.
And like I said, this is the culmination of Saskatchewan since I dubbed them frisky Grey Cup contenders. Well, that feels like what? That was like 8 weeks ago?
Dude, you are the Mike Greenberg of just
They've done nothing but suck, and now they've missed the playoffs entirely.
Like
and fired their coach. They fired their coach, by the way.
You are the Mike Greenberg of the CFL, dude. Like, you give a team a seal of approval, it's like just a death sentence, just done.
Speaking of which, Edmonton 25, Winnipeg 45. This is our Elks. They went down with a whimper, but Eric, we still got the first half cover of 7.5.
I like it. You know what? I like it.
So they still did that for us. Trey Ford looked all right. Winnipeg came out. They dad-dicked them. Not much more to say about that. Term? Dad-dicked them. Eric, you got to catch up with your lingo. That's like 3 generations ago. Jesus. Catch up! Anyway, Eric, what do we think of the CFL season as a whole? Kind of looking back through the lens. Top of the head.
For me, this is just speaking it for me. Like, and don't kick me off the show because you're still my boy and everything.
Eric, this is why I have you on the show. This is why you're here, for that kind of perspective.
From when it started way back in June to the start of college football, I'm engaged.
I know you are.
College football and NFL, NBA. Once that stuff starts going on, my engagement level. Oh, what are you drinking? Is it a Coors Light right there, buddy? What are you drinking?
No, it's a Sioux City Sarsaparilla.
Okay. It just goes down a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, I can't. How can I put this? For me, obviously, gambling is a big thing. Like, if I can put research into it and look, but there's just with the college stuff, the NFL stuff, the NBA stuff, my other stuff I have going on, you know, the lady in the life. One thing has to get cut, and unfortunately, the CFL gets cut.
So, as much as I love the CFL and as much as I love all these football leagues, I'm kind of right there with you because, for me, at the very least, the pinnacle, the throne of everything that I love to watch is college football. Mm-hmm. College football is so fun. It's by and away my favorite thing in the world. I love college football. So I am dialed in on the CFL from June till September. And I'm still watching it when I can. If I could choose my YouTube TV multi-view, I would have 3 college football games and a CFL game on. That's how I would have it. Mm-hmm. The way it is right now, I kind of have to have the CFL on like a laptop. It gets put on the back burner, and we talked about this earlier. Before that, we have a question from some Facebook user. What's the best beer that comes from Canada? I like Labatt Blue myself.
You know what? I like some Labatt's Blue too.
But we talked about this at the start of the season. I personally think the CFL season, for how many teams they have, the season's a little long, right?
Yeah.
9 teams.
It's way too long. I mean, it was 20 some odd weeks.
21-week season.
I get they can't start earlier than they do. There's no point to having this many seasons. Just play everyone twice.
The thing is, everyone plays 18 games.
That's way too much. Just way too much.
For a 9-team league?
Mm-hmm.
It definitely feels like too much.
Yep.
And I love the CFL. I love it to death. They got to figure something out with the scheduling, because that was a big thing this year for me, especially when you get so many weeks of the same repeat matchups over and over and over again.
Yep. It just sucks, dude. There's just way too much, and we just can't.
It's super entertaining. I love the league, and then it just hits a wall because it's so hard for this league to compete with college football and the NFL. It's impossible. They did a good job this year, I think, about having Thursday games and Friday games, and having
they did a way better job with their scheduling.
That was fantastic. Like I watched just about every Thursday and Friday game just solo. I was watching that like crazy. I've been doing that like crazy.
A way better job.
I will readily admit it's been very difficult to watch Saturday games.
Oh, 100%.
And like we're getting into it now. So here's their schedule coming up. We don't have any gambling lines for you people. I apologize, but because everyone is up in flux. Like coaches are getting fired at this point for teams that aren't in the playoffs. People are sitting players. This is the last week. These 3 games don't really matter whatsoever. So we have a game on Friday at 8 p.m. Central Time. We have a game at 3 p.m. Saturday and a game at 6 p.m. Saturday. I'll tell you this right now. I will probably watch the highlights of these games. I'm not going to guarantee anybody I'm watching these live, especially on Saturday. It's just not going to happen.
There's no way.
And then we get to the playoffs, Eric. So let me tell you how the playoffs are going to go. Saturday, Eric, can you do me a favor? Can you pull up the college football schedule?
I'm looking at it right now, Jim. Great minds.
Saturday, November 4th. 2 p.m. So what's the afternoon slate for college football look like?
Saturday, November 4th. At
what are we going up against? Hamilton at Montreal.
At 2?
At 2 p.m.
Our time.
Our time. So 3 p.m. Eastern.
We're going against the conclusion of Texas A&M Old Miss.
Okay.
The start of Missouri, Georgia.
That's November 4th?
November 4th.
Damn, that's a good-ass game. Shit.
Yeah, that's it, dude. I'm looking at top 25. Let me look at the bigger picture. I'm sorry.
Well, that's not too bad for getting most of the people, but
all right, here we go. November 4th. Well, obviously there's Nebraska, Michigan State.
Oh, dude, we're live streaming that one, so tune into that, people.
Arkansas, Florida. Navy, Temple. That's a big one. Kidding. Arizona State, Utah. Missouri, Georgia, as I mentioned. Penn State, Maryland has big regional things. Probably, if you want to see offense, you know what other game is that week?
What is it?
Iowa, Northwestern.
Great game. Great game right there.
But there's not much going on. I mean, like the biggest game of the day is Washington, USC, which is later. LSU and Alabama, which is later. All those stuff, the bigger games are later. But plus, looking at it, K-State, Texas, TBD. Oklahoma, Oklahoma State, TBD.
Yeah.
Florida State, Pitt, TBD. Notre Dame, Clemson, TBD. So
we have a 2 p.m. game of the Eastern playoffs with Hamilton at Montreal, and then we have a 5:30 game of Calgary at BC for the rematch.
it's going up against that and the Breeders' Cup, the biggest horse racing event ever.
It's gonna be tough.
Well, it's just not smart, dude. You know what I mean? And I get it. Like
I don't know if it's a smart versus not smart thing. When you start the season in June and your season's going to go this long, there's not really any way around it.
Yeah, that's true. But on the flip side, Jim, I guess like what they're probably doing in the stratosphere in Canada is they're probably saying to themselves, "Hey, most of our audience is up north." Is up north in Canada.
Which is true.
South. Why am I going to?
They don't need to cater to American audiences as much.
Yeah, they're probably looking. It doesn't. So
I'm just looking though right now, Eric. If they just as an example, if they did like a USFL XFL scheduling where they just did 10 weeks because they have 9 teams, everyone would be able to play at least twice for the most part in their division.
Mm-hmm.
The regular season would end August 10th. 2 weeks for playoffs still. And then your championship game is happening, say, on a Monday or on a Sunday, September 3rd.
It's not bad.
September 3rd, that's a shorter season.
That's what the USFL, XFL is going to do?
No. I'm saying if the CFL had a season as long as those leagues.
Okay. All right.
Because they had one more team, basically. The CFL has 9 teams. Both those leagues had 8.
Yep.
But obviously, also, you want to play the full season because these players are getting paid more. Da-da-da-da-da-da. And I'll tell you this. I'll be watching the games. I'll be watching the playoffs. I'm going to have them on a screen. They're going to be on there.
I'll be honest, Jim.
It won't be the main screen.
I don't know. Like, for me, it's just going to be tough, dude.
Well, when someone like you adds, like, basketball and everything into it, too, your time is very limited.
Yeah.
You're not a spring football freak like me.
I'm not a spring football stud.
No, but like to Eric's credit, and I feel like if we could, the thing that I'm trying to get people in on that aren't necessarily huge fans of these other football leagues, Eric was into the CFL very dedicatedly from June to like August.
I was knee deep, dude. He
was in it.
But then
it's hard. It is hard. Like when college football and the NFL and then the NBA, and for a lot of people, the NHL as well. Like this is the busiest sports time of the year.
Yeah, there's just too much shit going on.
And it's easy for the CFL to get lost in the sauce.
Yep, lost in the sauce. That kind of sounds like a drink at the bar you're at this weekend.
Oh, you get lost in the sauce for sure. So, Eric, I think this was a good season. I think they made great moves. Did you watch a single game on CFL Plus?
No, I couldn't get it to work.
I watched 3. I watched 3 games on CFL Plus.
I was texting you. I was like, dude, how the fuck does this shit work?
You just go to the website. I don't know how to tell you. That's all I did.
I don't know.
And then I watched, especially up until September, I watched every game that was on CBS Sports.
Yeah, I thought CBS Sports was great.
I don't understand how the USFL and XFL get the deals that they get, and the CFL can't get like a good deal for TV.
I don't get why they went away from having stuff on ESPN.
I don't well, like ESPN. I thought was partnered with TSN or something like that because all these sports, like whenever the CFL partners,
though, you know what I mean. It's not like they're just paying to have the feed and broadcast.
Exactly, because TSN does all the work.
Yeah, so I mean, how can I word this?
It seems like such an easy deal.
It just, especially if you're a streaming network, just because you want stuff on there, you want stuff to be able to stream. You want to get people that often.
Yeah, it's like you contracting everything out. Like ESPN wouldn't need a broadcast team. They wouldn't need anything like that. All you're doing is saying TSN take up that slot. Maybe, obviously, they're going to charge you for that.
Hey, Jim, can I just let you know something?
Let me know.
UTEP just scored.
Oh, Jesus. It's a miracle. Eric, as we close the book as the season behind us, we look forward. Who are you rooting for in the playoffs?
I'll take I'll take I want a Hamilton Lions Grey Cup final.
BC Lions, you want an all-cat final?
Yeah.
An all-cat final. Okay.
How about you, Big Dog?
I'm going to be rooting for Hamilton. Love Hamilton. I want them to do something. As like a fuck you to myself.
Why would you want to fuck?
No, like just as a fuck you to myself, I would love, Eric, a Montreal and Calgary final.
Why would you want that? That makes zero sense, dude.
It'd be kind of funny though.
Why though?
I think it'd be funny. Also, I want a Hamilton. I really do just want a Hamilton final because it's in Hamilton this year, I believe.
Oh, really?
I think so.
So
Let me see.
let's rewind. You went to the Grey Cup. What was like the atmosphere there when you went to the Grey Cup final?
Yeah, it's in Hamilton. Awesome. Hamilton is a great CFL town. Tim Hortons Field, good field, just like great standing area. The vibes were immaculate. It was fun. The people were into it. The colors for Hamilton work. Like yellow and black is such a good color combination for football or almost any sport. And it was awesome. The city got into it. The surrounding areas, I'll tell you this, is a little bit weird. Like it's actually like we went to go get a tattoo and whatnot. I didn't get one, but someone I was with got one. Guy did not care a lick about the CFL.
They got the guy who
The tattoo
got
part,
the
the tattoo giving the tattoo.
Interesting.
But it was a
Right
great
there.
time. Sold out arena.
Mhm.
How many people does it? I want to see how many it holds.
What were merch prices like for like t-shirts and alcohol?
Respectable. Like there was a little pricier than like if you just got merch somewhere else, but it's like cheaper than like when you go to a college town on
So, like,
on just a regular Saturday.
How did prices compare to merch and concessions and everything when you go to a Nebraska game?
That's what I was saying. So like it was definitely cheaper than like just a regular college football Saturday in those environments.
Now, excuse me.
Tim Hortons Field, by the way, holds 23,218. It felt like more than that. It did feel like more than that.
Now, how do you feel about Tim Hortons donuts?
They were bomb. They were so good. I heard from everybody that lived in Canada that I met, it used to be like 10 years ago, it was 1,000 times better.
Yeah.
And then they got bought out by Burger King. But it was good. They were real good.
I don't know. Like,
I would love to go to another Grey Cup. I would love to go.
I think it would be cool to go up there, but it's right in the battlefield. I hate to use that term. It's right in the trenches for me. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, it's Eric, this is like the busiest time of year for you.
you know, with the NBA stuff, you know, with the college football stuff, with the NFL stuff. Like,
So, Eric, the Grey Cup this year is November 19th.
hey, buddy, can I just tell you something?
What are you doing November 19th?
Probably sweating out some stuff for NFL.
Probably sweating out some NFL, yeah.
And hey, can I tell you something?
Let me know.
UTEP just had a pick returned all the way to Sam Houston's one.
Ooh. Oof. Eric, we have let's say this. Don't commit, but say we will do our best to make it to a Grey Cup in the next 5 years.
Where in my life, where the Grey Cup falls on the calendar is really tough for me to commit. It'd be better off, like if you were to say, hey, let's go to X in the middle of the summer, I could make that happen.
What are
But
you?
to go,
Oh, is it your classes and whatnot?
yeah.
I bet your little classes take up with too much of your damn time.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, man, dude, you got to pay the bills, dude. You know,
It's the busiest time of year for you.
yeah.
Well, maybe not a CF. I will promise you, I will go back to the Grey Cup within the next.
You know
5
what?
years.
If I win the fucking lotto, I'll take you to the Grey Cup, dude.
Eric, how about make this promise to me? In the next 5 years, we will try our darndest to make it to either an XFL or USFL championship game together.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, because that'll be in the summer, so that's fine.
That's either in April or it was May, like the beginning of May for the XFL, or
Yeah, I can do that.
July for the USFL.
I can do that, man.
And who knows if they combine to the UFL, NSFL, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, I can do that, man. I got you, dude.
Overall, though, CFL, thumbs up on the year. You made some good improvements. I want you to fix the scheduling. That's the thing.
All right, so
Partner with Amazon and stream on Twitch. That'd be awesome.
all right, so if you could, what was one thing you'd like to change?
Like besides the scheduling, because I don't like. Huh?
Yeah, besides the scheduling.
Oh, one thing I would like to change. I don't know if I'd change a damn thing. I love all the rules of the CFL.
Okay, so
I don't know if I'm changing anything. Hey, Eric, before you get into yours, do you see that sick punt return? That onside punt?
No.
I'm going to show you that after you give me yours.
So my thing is this, and like it kind of goes like when it was on ESPN, they'd show the TSN shows, and they made a big deal about the giveaway with the punt return. I thought that was fucking or a kick return.
Oh, like the grocery giveaways and things?
Yeah, I think that is funny. Like if you do stuff like that, I think there's way more interactive ways they can get people going to this stuff and just interacting here in America. I know it's huge in Canada, but just you know what I mean? Just kind of get.
If they're trying to grow their American like audience, they do need to get more active with it. It feels like.
Yeah, like active on social media. Like get, you know what I mean? And it is literally so easy to do. Like, where's your Instagram account? Where's your TikTok account? You know what I mean? Like it's like so effing easy to do. Partner up with fucking DraftKings, FanDuel, PointsBet, Caesars, who the fuck ever.
I wonder if they could. I don't know what the whole. I know gambling is way different in Canada, so I don't know if they can like directly partner. They have. I think they have Bet 365 on the field.
Yeah, so like I don't understand why they can't do that. I just think they're just dropping the ball. You know, it's just something, and it's one of those things where it's going to take a little work to get to, but it's something that's easily attainable.
Here's what I wanted to show you. This is from a few weeks ago, but this was something that made me very, very happy. Just take a watch at this, Eric. He's gonna punt it. Little onside punt.
Oh, I lost you, Jim. I lost you.
What? Did you see it?
No, there we go. I saw it. I'm back. I don't know what happened. My screen went back.
Some of it back is.
Okay.
I didn't even know. Now? Yeah. Like what? I didn't even know this was a thing.
Oh, dude! I found a whole onside punt compilation.
So like.
Just across the original.
So like. Explain to me
reset
like
the downs.
Oh, dude, that's fucking awesome, dude. Are you kidding me, dude?
It feels like every year I find another CFL
dude.
rule.
Dude, that's fucking hilarious, dude. Fucking hilarious.
Trying to see how the rule works.
That is literally fucking hilarious.
They've had it in the rule book since 1923.
Dude, that is fucking hilarious, dude.
Yeah, I guess you just had to like defend it up close. You can't just do like a normal punt return.
No, but it was a swing pass, and the guy was behind.
And then he was gonna punt it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know the ball has to pass the line of scrimmage. I know that.
Was that the play, or is that just good situational awareness?
I think that might have been the play.
Now, do they have like a Madden type game up there? Do they have like a CFL video game?
I think there's one CFL game that ever came out. I wish. Oh, there's been a couple. Canadian Football 2017 is the last one that came out.
The last bad boy that wrecked.
All nine Canadian football cities, each with their own unique stadium. Includes templates and files for creating 10, 16, and 32 team leagues. It's a PC game.
Are you ordering that right now?
Am I going to have to stream me playing Canadian football 2017?
It can yeah, Jim. Like, do you need to get that?
I'm gonna see how much it is on Steam right now. I'm looking it up, Eric.
Oh my God, Jim! Talk about finding a gem.
Oh my god, I'm downloading it right now, Eric. How much do you think this game costs?
$15.
It is $4.
Shut up, dude.
I'm buying this game right now.
I mean, the graphics are probably hideous, dude.
Well, 2017 is not that long ago.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to download this game. Eric, I got nothing else to talk about. There's no XFL, USFL news. I mean, basically both leagues seem to be kind of just going about business as normal. So
yeah, I mean, we don't know the teams. My thing is this. So let's. It just sucks. All these players, their lives are on hold. They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Well, I mean, either A, they're playing in a combined league, or B, they're just gonna. I think both leagues would still like play out their next seasons if it doesn't go through.
Well, no, timeout. If I'm on what's a team that's gonna get cut? If I'm on the Cedar,
if we still don't know if they're cutting teams or not.
They are. Come on,
we don't know. We don't know.
Jim, don't be a fucking Jim.
We don't know.
Jim, don't be the crevice in my arm.
We don't know.
They're cutting teams.
We don't know. I mean, yeah, those guys do get fucked if that happens.
All right, here we go.
What are you looking at?
I'm just trying to see. All right, here we go. I'm going to Jamesy. Jamesy always seems to know his shit.
Oh, James Larson. Shout out James. Great dude. Does know his shit.
Breaker signed someone.
Yeah, for the longest time, it's just been like signings. There really hasn't been too much.
Dude, you know what, dude? I love this guy because he just ripped on McAfee. I like this guy, man. I like this guy. No, it's just all signings right now on his Twitter. That's it. Just signings.
Yeah, just signings.
USFL locks in Ford Field.
Yep, that is pretty good. That's good for the Panthers.
The Toronto Argonauts are looking to lure your boy Boogie up north.
I know, I saw that. If where Boogie goes, I will root for.
So, I don't.
It's quiet right now. Everything's quiet.
A little too quiet, Jimbo.
Eric, we're gonna end the show recapping last weekend's X League action.
Oh shit! Let me pull up my app. Look at the scores.
Obik Seagulls 24, Tokyo Gas 0. I think everyone saw that one coming.
Business.
Our Lixel Deers lost 14-27 to IBM.
Heartbreak.
Damn shame.
Heartbreak Hotel, my friend.
Panasonic 40 over Asahi Beverages 13. Yeah.
Ass kicking.
Yeah. Elecom 35, Fukuoka Sun 6.
Beat them.
Dentsu Caterpillar 7, Nojima 46, Asahi Beer 10, Fujitsu 37. Rough week for the people that like watching the X League. Beatdown City.
I mean, just a lot of chalk cover, dude. A lot of chalk cover.
I will say this as a knock against the X League. It is a lot. If you're getting the wrong matchups, it is Beatdown City. However, we have an exciting matchup in 2 weeks, Eric.
Don't worry, the UTEP quarterback just threw an INT, but go ahead. Sorry.
Get fucking wrecked. Eric, Saturday, November 4th at noon Japan time. Obik versus Panasonic.
Obik versus Panasonic. Oof.
Big game. Massive game.
So that means it'd be at noon, so it'd be at 2 a.m. here.
Something like that, yeah.
Jesus Christ, Jimmy.
I'm going to try and watch it. I'm going to give her a go.
Jim, you can count me out.
So, Eric, I'm also just looking right now. So the X League has 12 teams in its Division 1 and the Super.
Yep.
There's 12 teams. They play a 5-week schedule
Mm-hmm.
versus the CFL with 9 teams in 21 week.
It's just insane, dude. You know what I mean? Like, it's just absolutely insane.
Is there a way we can kind of like meet in the middle here, boys, and you could both play
shrink it down?
You could both play like a 12 or 14 week
Like,
schedule?
I don't understand. Like, is anyone, like, there's no one to really ask, but why is your season so long?
You know what? If I was at the Grey Cup press conference this year, I'd ask that.
Why is your season so long?
I should have asked that. God dang it. Okay, folks. Eric, any parting words for the people out there?
Let's go Miners.
Yeah, UTEP, baby. Love you guys, and we'll see you next week for some CFL playoff preview.